Once again I welcome you in the explanation class for your future tense, which we have completed first as in the previous class we have completed simple future and future continuous. Now we have to start the future perfect tense. I know the students had a feeling like how many tenses and what are the divisions plus rules, grammar rules and all these, the verbs, changing the verbs and all. If you while learning, if you start feeling like this is one of the difficult thing, then definitely you cannot learn. Train your brain first to accept the new things and to appreciate what you have understood and to again revise and you can say read once again, re-understand once again to the things which you never get it, you don't understand, not never get it, you don't understand. When you understand something, when you have understood, okay, this is the point what I have understood, so definitely give a pat on your back and appreciate yourself for understanding. If you haven't get this, repeat, then definitely you will understand it in a very easy way. So don't get a knot of grammar in your mind. I'm talking about KNOT knot, that knot which never opens, it get tangled continuously, it get tangled up. So we have to entangle the grammar, threads of the grammar. We have to understand that this is also a language where certain criteria are followed and certain rules are followed. Unless and until we understand these rules, how can we become good at particular language? I'm never saying anybody to become the best one, because we never. Nobody can become perfect, nobody can be the best. But at least we can try to become better, from good to better. If you are not good, try to become good. If you are good, try to become better. But don't skip. Watch continuously where you are feeling like there is something going beyond your level of understanding. Pause it out. Stop there. For 2 minutes, get something, snacks or something. Then again refresh yourself, then again sit down with a fresh mind and try to understand, because God has made a human mind as one of the best thing, and he believes that this is the supreme creation of all the beings created. This is the supreme creation of God, human beings. Around all, whatever the animals do, plants do, everything, whatever the other creations are there. Among those creations, human beings are known as the supreme creations, supreme beings, because they have been created with the power of reasoning, to understand, to speak, to get an idea from the others. And as I know it very well that if you continuously use your brain, your memory will be good always. In your old age also, you will be like retaining everything into your memory. Your memory will be sharpened because you are continuously getting new knowledge. Never get fed up by getting the knowledge. Okay, always get ready to learn something new, to be like very inquisitive, always ready to know something, ready to learn, ready to teach. Get that point in your mind, get that energy, enthusiasm, zeal in your heart and mind. So definitely you can achieve all the things whatever you have thought of in your future. So now, before starting that, I just want to give a little bit lecture for this, to make you feel that grammar is not very easy, but it's not too difficult also. It is not too difficult. It's quite like, in a way, if you understand, it is easier. If not, then nothing is easier. So as I said earlier, like, don't get the knot in the mind, entangle the threads. Okay. Come on, get ready with that. Now, future perfect. Future perfect have a formula to maintain, like we have got for simple future, like shall, will plus base form of the verb. Here we have shall, will plus have plus verb plus participle form. Participle form is the one we use in the perfect tenses. Like keep can become kept, catch can become caught, write can become written. That participle form we have to use in the future perfect tense. As all the perfect tenses what we use, in the same way we have to use in the future perfect tense as well. Now, what is future perfect tense? The completion of action before a given point of the future is stress. Completion of an action before the future point of time is stressed. The action might have started in the past. It might have started in the past, but it will be going to complete in the future at a particular point of time. Now, for example, and then usually a time expression by is used. So, at least you can keep this in mind, then you can understand the sentences. We started saving in January last. Now, with this we can go from this part of the explanation. The action might have started in the past. This is the action which might have started or which has started in the past. What is the action? We started saving in January last. In the last year we started, in the last January we started saving some amount. Started, it is in the past tense. That's why I have underlined this to clarify that this is in the past. That means the action is started in the past. We shall have saved rupees 1 lakh by the end of the year. They are talking about the coming year. They started in January last. Now by the end of the year they were thinking that they will get, we shall have saved rupees 1 lakh. The completion, now will go for the first part of the definition. The completion of action before a given point of the future. We shall have saved the completion of the action rupees 1 lakh by the end of the year, before a given point of the future. Before a given point, still the year is not end. In this sentence the year is not at the end. Before the end of the year they are guessing that, or you can say they are expecting that they will save this much of the amount. Started saving somewhere in January last. Now by the end of the year they may think that they can get this much of the amount. Okay, so the action is started in the past. The action might have started in the past. The completion of action before a given point of time in the future. Here, we shall have saved rupees 1 lakh by the end of the year. Started last January, by the end of the year. That means the persons, those who are speaking, are in the mid of the year. Okay, it had happened, it will happen. There they are talking about future perfect tense. Okay. Now, next sentence is, here if you checked it out, we have used the expression by also. Here it is by. They boarded the train at 6 p.m. Again boarded. Boarded here used for the showing you the action being started in the past. Not necessary always perfect tenses would have, future perfect tense would have all the actions to be done in the past only. It may continue in the future, or we can talk about a particular point of time. But here giving you two examples for this one. They boarded the train at 6 p.m. That means in the past, like maybe yesterday 6 p.m. They boarded, they went into the train. They will have reached Delhi tomorrow morning by 7. They will have reached Delhi tomorrow morning by 7 a.m. or p.m. Okay, so that means started in the past. That means they boarded in the train yesterday, they will reach tomorrow. Today we are talking about this one. Okay, so the action which is started in the past and which is going to complete in the future at a particular time, that is your future perfect tense. Here if you see, we have used the verb participle form. That means here we are using saved. Okay, this ed. Here reached. As I said, catch become caught, keep become kept, talk become talked. In that way, past participle form or participle form, we are using it here with the addition of the shall, will or have or plus the verb. Now, next is that teachers will have completed the lessons by the end of the academic year. Now here there is no need to mention about the action started in the past, because every year, every academic year, teachers try to complete the portion. So here they are saying that the teachers will have completed the lessons, will have completed ed form, the lessons by the end of the academic year. So it means the ones, those who are talking this, they are actually saying this sentence in the mid of the academic year. Started, maybe ending, they are in the mid of the year. Okay, we can also say the same. We will have completed the lessons by the end of the academic year, because we are also in mid of the academic year. Your academic year has started and still not ended. In mid of your academic year, if we say this sentence that will have completed by the end of the academic year, means it is the future perfect tense. End of the academic year is the perfect time, and we are talking about the coming academic year. So obviously this is the future tense, future perfect tense. This is, I hope I have made it clear to you. If you haven't get in one time, repeat, pause and then repeat and pause, then you can understood it very easily, because I have clarified each and every section of the sentence as well and the part of the definition. So you can try to understand it in a better way. Okay, now next we'll move on to the future perfect continuous. Here we got future perfect. Now we have to add one more as the continuous. Shall, the formula is shall, will plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. Okay, shall or will have plus been plus verb plus ing. Ing here, why I mention it, to show it to you that we always add gerund in continuous form. Okay, ing. I mentioned this gerund in first explanation of the present tense as well, and continuously I am informing you that we add gerund whenever there is the continuity or continuation of the work or the process, or we have to talk about the tenses which are in the continuous format. Now the definition is something begins to happen in the past or future and will be in progress at a point of future time, will be in progress at a point of future time. So two expressions of verb group is used. Here two expressions of verb group, what is that? I'll explain. First we'll go for the explanation of this. Now with the sentence you can understand it better. Example, I will have been teaching them grammar for 5 years. I will have been teaching them grammar for 5 years. That means from the past also I am teaching to these people, to these students. When they leave school next year, by the time they leave the school next year, it will become complete 5 years. Okay, that means from 4 years I am teaching. Now this is the 5th year running, and the end of the academic year, when the students leave the school, by the time it will become how many years of teaching myself as a grammar teacher? It's 5 years. I will have been teaching. I, okay, is the subject, will have been, verb is teach plus ing. Okay, this is the format for the future continuous. Now it's over. Them grammar for 5 years. I will have been teaching them grammar for 5 years. When they leave, this is the other verb group. Here they are not using the any form of the verb, base form of the verb. That means present, simple present. So two verb groups they are using. One is the future, where they are adding ing form, that is the continuous form, and the present, simple present form. When they leave school next year. Okay, two verb groups are used. One is this one, this is the other one. Two verb groups are used. Okay. Something begins to happen in the past or future and will be in progress at a time of future. The same started somewhere in the past and going to continue in the future. Next, he will have been staying in the USA for 3 years. When I go there next month. That means from 2 years already he would be there in USA. When I go next year, it will become 3 years for his stay over there. That's why it is saying that he will have been staying in the USA for 3 years when I go there next month. This is again the two forms of the verbs we are using, ing plus simple present. Okay, continuous and simple present. Next is when I turn 30. That means this person is not of 30 years old. He is saying that when I turn 30 in future, I will have been playing piano for 20 years. That means when I turn 30, it will be 20 years of myself playing the piano. So this being said in such a way, like when I turn 30, I will have been playing. That means since past 20 years, this person is playing the piano, and in the future, like coming up year, it will become 20 years. So since so many years till now. So here it means that this again we are taking two forms, turn and playing. So remember it out that this is the action which started maybe in the past, like we can say this one. Maybe in the past, obviously in the past he started playing the piano. That's why by the age of 30 he will complete the 20 years of his playing piano. Fine. And here also the action being started in the past 2 years back, the person being shifted to or staying there in the USA. Now when this person, the second person, when he wanted to go there, that person's stay in USA will become 3 years by the next year. Not talking about the past plus future. Past plus future. Here also it is past plus future. Teaching grammar from 5 years, from here to there. Okay. Then by the time they leave, it will complete 5 years. Now this sentence a little bit different, where we don't have another verb. In January. In January means coming January. Okay. In January, just imagine this is October, November or something. Then the person is talking about coming up January or September or something, mid of the year, and the person is talking about in January, obviously coming up January. I will have been working at my company for 3 years. I will have been working at my company. That means when he started working 2 years back. By the January, it will become 3 years. So he is saying that I'll have been working at my company for 3 years. By the time the January comes, he will complete his 3 years. And I said to you, all of you, if you are not able to understand this one in English, those who have a little bit difficulty into that, please translate this into your mother tongue. Then you can get an idea that what exactly the tenses are talking about. Especially for the future tense, there is a need. Okay, so in future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense, we have a little bit difference. Here also past to future, here also past to future, but a particular point of time, and here also a like using two verbs, mostly using two verbs in a single sentence. So here the format is nearly same except ing and the participle form, ed, or we have to use the participle form, whereas here we are using the gerund, or you can say the continuous form of the verb. So I hope you have understood here. In the next class we'll discuss about the other grammar items which are supposed to be taught to you in the syllabus. It is there, and definitely it will come in the examination. So while watching the grammar videos, please keep your mind fresh and understand it in a better way. And as I said, maintain the grammar notes where I need your definitions to be written in a good way, and all the definitions should be properly written what I have written to you, and try to understand by your own self. And if you are creating your own sentence, that will be a better one. Okay, so in the next class we'll meet once again with a new grammar item. By the time, take care, have a nice day.